Hey guys, this short little easy piece by the great Francisco Tárrega, you don't hear it very often. It's called Adagio in A. It's a one-pager, nice and short, pretty easy to play, and it's a great finger independence exercise for the left hand. Let me show you how to play it. Okay, in this piece we want to be thinking about guide fingers as much as we can. What that means is we're going to try to be on the lookout for fingers that we can leave down on a string even if we're changing position. So we're going to start out like this in the 4th position, playing an E note and a C sharp. That's the 5th fret of the 2nd string and the 6th fret of the 3rd string. It's an A major chord there. And what we're going to do is go. So that's why I said this is a great exercise for the left hand. Some of the greatest exercises for the left hand are called fixed finger exercises, where we might leave 2 fingers down and rotate things like this. Pretty hard to do because it really requires independence in those fingers. It also keeps us from swiveling our wrist around, which is a very common thing that we don't want to do. So we play these 2 notes with the A string. So that's thumb, index, and middle in the right hand. And what I'm going to do from here on out for the rest of this measure is just rotate these 2 fingers, index and middle, free strokes. What makes this difficult is we got to leave that ring finger down and the index finger down, and we just go. So that's worth doing a bunch of those on its own. So we have. Now we're going to use this finger as a guide finger, so slide it down to the 2nd fret, and we have C sharp, which is a note we just played, and this A note together at the same time. So I never took the middle finger off the string. Slide it down. And now here we're going to go back to the same exact thing that we just did, only I'm on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and I'm going to play the low E string. So we're getting the sound of an E chord, or E7 right here, which is the 5 chord. Same exact thing. Nice little chromaticism there. And here we don't have a guide finger, we're just playing this G sharp by itself and the open B string. Then come over here to this one. This is another fixed finger exercise for us. I'm playing the same 2 notes again, only this time with A in the bass. So this time the finger that's not leaving is the middle finger. Leave that down. All of these are worth repeating like this while you leave that other finger down. Pretty tricky, but not too bad. I think that's an essential thing for our left hand. When we come to the end of that, we can play strings 1 and 2 just as we have it. The next measure 4 is simply this. So that's easy enough, part of an E chord. You can play a full E if you like, and that's good in case you accidentally rub against that 5th string there, or we can just go like this. The second half of this short piece, we go back to this, but you just play the low E strings. It's pretty tricky to dampen that string, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but when you come up here, you can let the side of your thumb lightly touch the 6th string so that we can kill that and play this next part again. So we're coming from here. You could maybe tap it with this hand as well, and what we want to do is not hear that 6th string when we play this. That's easier said than done though. One method is to use the side of your thumb like this. I lightly touch it, and then I'm on to this measure. And now this time we're going to play, my middle finger was the guide finger, C sharp, pinky plays G natural, and then we have this. Same thing again, but we're on the top 2 strings, playing F sharp and D. For this one, leave your ring finger where it is. We might call that a pivot finger. We didn't move it. Pinky right there. That's not easy either. Slide your ring finger down here. We're back to this one more time. And these strings are open, playing my thumb on the low E string, index on the D string, and my ring finger on the open B string all together at the same time. But we're skipping a string here, the 3rd string, so therefore we're going to skip a finger. So I'm skipping the middle finger here. And then we end up on an A chord. And that's it. That's the whole piece. Nice little one. Now, Adagio is a slow tempo. It's slower than Andante. Not as slow as Lento, but still not fast. So that's good news. But we are playing 16th notes. But it's not too fast. You can get the tab below. It's a nice, easy one-pager. Let me know how you do with it. And also check out my free workshop where I show you how to play the 3 essential right-hand techniques for nylon string guitar.